Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the High and Low Show, brought to you by Keeping Up with the Castle. On today's episode, we're going to continue our series we've been doing for a little while now, the High and Low series, top 5 favorite attractions in each park and our top 5 least favorite attractions in each park. This episode we are going to start with Animal Kingdom. We've been going in chronological order from Magic Kingdom, High and Lows, all the way through Animal Kingdom. So we're excited to bring this to you. So all of that and more, up next. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name is Colin. I will be your host, as usual, as always, and my co-host Brennan happens to be here, just like every single episode. How
I
you doing?
am here once again because this is my house, and you're not allowed in it without me. So
Right. And he's my co-host, so and
Yeah.
he's the co-owner of Keeping Up with the Castle, so it works. Anyways, guys, we are really excited to be here.
Yeah.
We're continuing the High and Low Show series we're doing right now, which is top 5 and top 5 least favorite attractions in all 4 of the Golden Gates in Walt Disney World.
And we're on our last park this time.
Yeah,
we're on Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, we went in chronological order for it to make sense. So we're going to do our top 5 attractions right now. But we have one thing we need to bring to you guys. This is very important. We are going to be doing a giveaway this episode and on Instagram, but there's some rules that apply. You need to subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't, do that now. The like button to you, that'd be really cool. But on top of that,
Give us a comment.
Yeah, comment below. What is your favorite attraction in Disney's Animal Kingdom? Or if it's the same, great. If it's different, great. Let us know your top, your worst, whatever. Comment below, and you can be in the running as long as you are subscribed. We will randomly pick a winner to give a little gift to. So, nonetheless, stay tuned to the end of the episode and just follow along. We're excited for this. But again, you have to subscribe and comment below your favorite attraction in Animal Kingdom. So we're going to go ahead and get the show ready. Brennan's going to start off with number 5.
About that. Starting at number 5, Festival of the Lion King. The best show in, I think, all the parks.
I agree.
And definitely the best show in Animal Kingdom because it's the best. My favorite show, I love how they just jump around. It's very, like...
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's exciting. It plays or tells you a good story of the Lion King.
It does. It tells you the story almost in entirety.
Yeah.
And between the acrobats, the animatronics on the floats,
Yeah.
you kind of get the best of both worlds. You're getting animatronics like you're in a real attraction, because a lot of people would say it's not. I think it is.
I think it's...
Then you get the acrobats. I mean, we're going to dive into more deep detail in a second, but like, wow.
Yeah. It's the best show. Other than the line, it gets a little crowded.
Yeah.
It's a very... I would recommend getting a fast pass for this.
I agree.
Even, like, you just have to get a fast pass, or you have to get there in 30 minutes, I would say. Especially during the busier times of year, maybe an hour.
I will say there's not a bad spot in the arena, though. There's some, but
I've
it's hard.
There's only one bad spot, and it's standing room. But other than that, you can, like, when the line's super long, they'll kind of bring people in, like, later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've done this with Sarah. We were trying to see it, and then we were 10 minutes late into the show, and we're, like, standing in the corner.
That's ridiculous.
But other than that, it's one of the best shows.
I know me and Audrey, last time we went, we saw it. We also did have a fast pass for it. But still, we waited about 30 minutes in a area that was really crowded to the point where it's like 10 feet wide, so you can't depict like who's next to you or who's behind you, and everything's changing, and there wasn't good fans, there wasn't even on that much sun coverage, and we were sweating, we were kind of miserable, but this show is incredible, guys. I don't know.
Honestly,
we just went off a tangent on the way, but this show is incredible.
I'd just say my favorite parts are the monkeys.
The fire spinner.
Yeah, the fire spinner is my favorite.
And the monkey acrobats. Really
those are my
cool.
favorite. What's your favorite part in this attraction? Would you?
The monkey acrobats.
Yeah.
They're the most exciting, and they're doing the most tricks, most like Cirque du Soleil stuff. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So, jumping between the bars and on the ropes, I think it's really exciting. So anyways, Festival of Lion King. We had to go into so much detail because this is a show. Now, it isn't an attraction at Animal Kingdom, but this is a show. So a lot of people dog on the shows, and I think this is a really incredible show, and you really need to take your time to go see it. But at number 4, we have the Kilimanjaro Safari.
Yeah.
This is a very, very, very cool attraction. Whether you like animals or not, you can come really close with some real live exotic animals from Africa and stuff.
I think this is cool because you get to learn about the animals.
You learn a lot.
I like how Disney brings that aspect into them, and honestly, you can't see these animals at every zoo. Mm-hmm. They do have a little bit of exotic animals.
And even if you can see them at a zoo, they're behind glass, or they're not just that. Through the glass, and then 40 feet away in a tree, or behind a tree. I mean, how often do you...
Like, we went
2 feet away from a black rhino.
A black rhino, and then a giraffe stopped right in front of our thing.
This far.
You can get lucky.
This far away.
I do like this attraction because it's a very long attraction. I think the ride time's 20-something minutes.
About 17 minutes.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes. And then sometimes it can vary. We had a giraffe that just stood there for 5 minutes in our last one.
He just decided to catch a tan right there in front of our vehicle.
Which is great for us.
He was just like...
Yeah, it's great for us. I loved it.
It's cool. It's cool, yeah.
But I will say, time is a little bit of a factor here. Like time of the day.
Yeah.
Time of the day because
early morning and early night's best.
We went at like a weird time last time. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Missed of the afternoon.
We missed a lot of the hyena dogs.
The hyenas and the lions. They'll all be hiding and sleeping during the day. For the most part.
But if you go early morning or a little bit, maybe 5, 6 o'clock, you do get to catch a lot more animals. So I would say try and go before 11 o'clock or wait till 4.
Wait till dark or go early is my
but a great
advice.
Attraction at least.
But nonetheless, you'll see so many exotic animals. I mean, I think they say 200 plus possibilities.
Yeah.
You're not going to see all those though, that's for sure. But nonetheless, Kilimanjaro Safari at number 4. So Brennan, go ahead and take it away with number 3.
Number 3 is Dinosaur.
Say no more. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, say no more. I'll just start off when you walk in. I like how they have, it's like walking into a museum. I do like when you walk in. It feels like a museum. Then you go in and then you have the museum-esque queue.
Yeah,
and they have the show before, if you're lucky enough. If you're not in Fast Pass, you should be able to catch it.
You can hear Bill Nye talking to you about the asteroids and stuff and the meteors if you're waiting.
I love. The show's good, and then the ride. It's
the
like
pre-show
one of
guys.
those. So those are $1 million. Is it $1 million show vehicles?
So I don't know about today's current date, but my parents, they're gonna watch this. You're seeing this right now, Mom and Dad, love you. We've been pulled out of line, me and my family, before. When Dinosaur was almost brand new, I was in. I don't remember how old I was.
When was it?
I think it opened in 2004. So this was probably 04 or 05.
Yeah.
When it was really new. So me and my parents and my sister, got pulled out of line. And they're like, do you guys want to get a fast pass to the ride and come into the control room, come into, see the vehicles and everything?
Yeah.
So we didn't bat an eye. We're like, absolutely. Like, yeah, let's do it. Mm-hmm. Every one of my family is diehard Disney fans, and that's part of the reason why I am. So we went back there to the control room where they have all the cameras set up. Yeah. They can see everything from every angle. There's nothing you can do on a ride where they don't actually see you. You might not get in trouble, but they see everything. Nonetheless, they went through the breakdown of how the vehicles were made, how many hydraulics are in the vehicles, how many systems, multiple engines, the tires, everything. It's insane. At that point in 2005, each vehicle cost over $1 million. So
today's currency is probably
we're talking about 19 years of almost, or probably 14, 15 years of inflation. But nonetheless, this ride has an incredible capability to just immerse you into the prehistoric era, honestly. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, But like you said, you go in through the museum, like.
I honestly, I think that brings me into the mood.
It does.
It really brings you in and sucks you into.
The queue makes you curious about the prehistoric area. It makes you curious about these creatures. And then the intro, which I think is the best pre-show video of all time ever.
I do think that
when that guy comes on, I'm drawing a blank on his actor's name, and he's
like, he has the dinosaur.
He's like, "Hello there," and I'm like,
"Yes." Yeah, like, it's very exciting. I do. For some reason, I think over the past couple of years, I feel like people have been talking more during those pre-shows. So
I can barely hear it.
You can either have a really good pre-show where no one talks, or people talk and ruin it. But other than that, you walk down those metal stairs, it really gets you feeling like you're.
Man, the red lights are glowing under the
time
floor.
Machine.
You get in the time rover and you take off, and we don't want to spoil the ride, but the amount of animatronics, the special effects, the scary dinosaurs.
What's your
incredible?
So we don't go too much detail. What's your favorite part of the ride?
My favorite part is at the very, very end, and I'm not gonna break, any. I don't want to ruin the ride for anybody, but I'm just going to say this right here.
Let's see.
We're not going to make it. That's the best part of the ride. Now I'm going to leave it at that. If you know, you know. If you don't know, ride Dinosaur. It's our number 3. Best ride in Animal Kingdom, guys.
And I'll say, not to ruin anything, the camera. Where you get your camera, your photo taken, that's my favorite spot. So make a good face.
Yeah. I hid for 10 years of this shot.
Colin, I think we went in 2012. He actually ducked out of the way. I wish I could find the photo.
I think I ducked from the opening of the ride through like 2013. And I've been on it hundreds of times and I know anything's going to happen. So, to be honest, even now I'm like...
yeah.
But no joke. Anyways, that was number 3. Dinosaur, incredible ride. So number 2, guys, we're going to take number 2. Expedition Everest. This was so hard to make number 2. We're not going to mention number 1 yet. But this is one of the most immaculate attractions to ever hit a theme park. This, to this day, is the most expensive roller coaster ever built in the history of the world, the universe that we know of. Joe Rohde, my favorite Imagineer of all time, one of my favorite Disney employees in the history of all of Disney, was pioneered and completely created this ride. I mean,
he's kind of when he was a lot of people knew of him, but this was like
his first huge project where it was a make or break for him.
Yeah.
And he completely controlled this. I mean, he spent weeks and weeks in the general area where the actual Everest is and learn the culture and learn the decor
and that's where they brought in so much stuff. Like the queue, even though it is outside and not the best.
I love the queue.
I do love the queue.
There's not a lot I see, but it's one of my favorite queues.
Even though it's outdoors, it's still a great queue because
very informative.
They bring in so many artifacts from that part of the world.
It gets you thinking: is a Yeti gonna eat me on this roller coaster?
Yeah, and it could, and it definitely could. But I will say one of my favorite things about this is I like how I can see Everest from not every point of Animal Kingdom, but when you're standing on a couple bridges, you can see and you're like, wow. Yeah, there's the Tree of Life, but I think Everest is that second, very eye-catching.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful attraction. Like I said, it's the most expensive attraction ever built as a roller coaster in any theme park in the world. And Joe Rohde did incredible. I mean, this is... Everyone from that area, that culture, thinks it's incredible. And then let's talk about the actual ride. The ride itself, it's thrilling, it's fast, it's extreme, it's fun, it's calm, it's all the above. It depends what time of the ride you're at. There's a backwards free fall where you pull, I think, 4 or 5 Gs, and honestly, I'll be honest, I've ridden it 1,515 times, and I don't black out. I gray out every once in a while a little bit on that backwards reverse fall.
I would say
this is loop. It's an intense ride.
I would say one of these is you don't eat right before, like a bad meal. I would say don't eat and stuff yourself. You might.
Don't let people fool you because it doesn't have an obvious vertical loop or something. I really think that this backwards fall and the sideways,
it's more intense than a loop.
I think it's 100 times more intense than the loop on Rock and Roller Coaster. You guys that are afraid of roller coasters probably don't believe me, try it. I am afraid of roller coasters.
Colin does not ride any roller coaster outside of Disney property.
I've ridden like 4 roller coasters at Six Flags, and even though I enjoyed every one of them, something about Disney makes me feel safe. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a great ride.
Yeah.
That's all we can say.
It's a fantastic ride. So honestly, number 2, this was really hard to pick between 1 and 2, but number 2, Expedition Everest.
Then at number 1, we have Flight of Passage. This is obviously the newest ride that Animal Kingdom has. It is their attraction.
It's their busiest attraction every day, every night.
140 minutes every single minute.
140 to 200 minutes every day of the week.
Which is fantastic. The queue's good as soon as you actually do. When the ride will die down sooner or later, maybe. Hopefully, that's what we're hoping for. But when you actually do get in the queue's great.
The queue's incredible. I mean, you know the chambers with the avatars floating in it.
You can see, incredible. The avatars. I love the whole aspect of the queue.
Yeah, and it helps having the land, the world of Pandora. I mean, right when you break in, it puts you in that mood. By the time you even get to this queue, whether it's busy or not, you're in that vibe and you're excited for it. You know, it's something that you're looking forward to. And unlike most rides, unlike its sister over next door, Navi River Journey, which you'll hear about next episode on my least favorite attractions, the queue is so lame and so boring and hot and quiet and gross. The queue for Flight of Passage,
I like how it's not just a zigzag.
Is right. Once you get in, even when you're outside, you're going up the hills and the scenery, the waterfalls, everything's beautiful. There might be a lot of sun. It's Florida. We get it. You get in the queue. You get to the laboratory, the Avatar laboratory. You get to see the actual avatars floating in the water chambers. It is an incredible queue. And then when you get to the ride, the pre-show is hands down top 3 pre-shows in all of Disney. Up there with Dinosaur.
The pre-show is very good.
The guy's talking on the camera and you stand and it blows the bugs off you. And
you have to get it decontaminated
from
and then they
bugs.
Give you like an avatar that you match up with. The story does play along and it gives you
they bring you in very well.
What is Disney's all about is making you a part of that story.
Telling you a story and bringing you inside of it. So they do a fantastic job of it.
And then the queue breaks up into a couple different things when you're going in there, and then you get on to your motorbike
ride vehicle
flight.
So you kind of sit almost like, not like a crotch, not all the way like a crotch rocket, but like almost like a motorcycle, like a bike. And then it closes on your calves and your lower waist.
And then with the newer enhancements, it has like a lot more breathing.
That was original. That was
original, but they made it more.
More intense.
If you haven't ridden it yet,
you can feel the actual. I guess I want to call it dragon, but
it's a
banshee. A banshee is what they call it in the movie, but for the people that don't know, like a dragon, banshee looking flying thing, you can like feel it like.
Yeah, and you can feel
its ribs breathing and moving like you're straddling it. And then all of a sudden, they do that flash of light while they lift you. Unlike Soarin', you see yourself lift, you don't feel it or notice it, and all of a sudden, you're in like a 360 IMAX.
So it's kind of like Soarin' where you're in the screen. They bring you forward, so they pretty much pick up your vehicle and shift
you lift forward 17 feet on flight, and that's between forward and up movement.
Yeah, which is, I think, great. They I don't want to ruin the ride, but, you take flight. Obviously, it's Flight of Passage. And it's just a great experience. I'm trying to describe it. It's kind of like...
For me, I'll be honest, it's one of the most beautiful experiences. I mean, if you go in with the right mindset, like you said, you take flight, the first thing you see, you're mind blown. And the avatars and the creatures and... There's something, the soundtrack, the smells you get on the ride. There's something so incredible. I feel so happy on it.
I think that's why it is the best ride for most people, is it brings in a lot of different
all sorts of emotions
you have
and feelings.
Sense, you have a lot of different movement, you have thrill. You just have so many different things that come together in this one ride that makes it amazing. But
no, I agree, because we had to argue between Everest and this, but I think Flight just has that factor of they're hitting every sense in the human body in one ride, and The first time I rode it, and even the second, I was like emotional in a weird way. Not sad or anything, but just like happy, uplifted. Like it was a beautiful experience. I wish Navi was obviously a real place we could explore. But anyways, guys, number one ride in Animal Kingdom, Flight of Passage in the World of Pandora. So we're going to run this list back over for you real quick. At number 5, we got The Lion King. At number 4, Kilimanjaro Safari. 3, we got Dinosaur. Number 2, Expedition Everest. Joe rode You the Bomb. And number 1...
And he did both, so...
Yeah, he helped with both. Flight of Passage in the World of Avatar. So Joe already helped with that. And, you know, also you got to think James Cameron, the writer and producer of Avatar, worked directly hand in hand with him to make sure this was so accurate. And he wanted to make sure this was as realistic as he could picture. And as you know how he portrays his movies and books and novels. So, anyways, that'll be it, guys. Top 5 rides and attractions in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And hopefully, we will see you next episode.